gonna be a more mellow video. I might do reactions like to this like once a week. Like, take your jewelry off. You know, I'm not wearing any jewelry, no necklaces, no rings, no watches. Let me know when you take your jewelry off, please. All right, now that you have your jewelry off, hand your jewelry over. All right, let's see the most expensive things people actually bought. 15 of them. So let's hurry up because this is gonna be like a long video.
You know from personal experience, the more money we get, the more crazy things we buy. And if you look around, you'll realize that a lot of rich people are actually buying the same things that we all buy.
Okay.
It's just their stuff is more expensive because, you know, it's branded, it looks slightly nicer, it's more expensive simply because they're rich. I mean, we are all humans, so we basically have the same needs. In today's video, we'll be looking at 15 of the most expensive things people actually bought. Some of these purchases make sense, but some of them are just insane. Our first entry.
Was that a matching toilet for your car? Look at that flex. Imagine the flex. You got a matching toilet for your car. You basically got your car wrapped the same as your toilet. That is like the ultimate flex.
Entry is carpet.
Carpet.
Carpets make a nice decoration at home when they allow us to walk freely without shoes inside our living spaces. But how much would you be willing to pay for a carpet? Apparently there's someone in this world who decided to pay more than $33 million for a carpet. And in case you're wondering why it was so expensive, why, it's because it was woven in Persia around the year 1700.
I don't give a fuck if it was wielded by the first caveman, bro. I'm not paying more than $500 for a carpet. Look at this carpet too. This carpet looks like you rub against it and it's harder than the actual surface it's sitting on. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Our next entry is priciest book.
Book.
Not many people buy physical books these days. We all have smartphones, tablets, and our computers to read anything that you want. A quick download can get us in front of our favorite books.
Really?
Back in 2013, someone paid $14.2 million for a copy of the Besom book, a manuscript that was printed in the 17th century. This is one of the only 11 copies of the first edition of this book, and I guess it can only become more valuable as the years pass. Our next entry is...
Ooh, a camera. Look at this camera. Made in 14 BC.
It seems like we all have cameras these days thanks to our smartphones. But those who love photography will always want a different option. And there are all sorts of cameras they can get to explore and improve their skills. But I doubt that any of the cameras you can get at a shop is more expensive than this Leica camera that was made in 1923. It was sold to a private collector from
1923? That was the first camera ever invented by... Who was it? Who did the camera? I think it was... I was gonna say Albert Einstein, but it's not Albert Einstein. It's whoever did the camera. 1923, bro. That's like, it's like 90 years from now.
Asia at the price of 2.4 million euro, which is roughly around $2.7 million American.
Damn.
Our next entry is
wine.
Wine can be cheap, but it can also be expensive. They gain more value thanks to their name and the time it takes to make them. The most expensive wine ever sold was this bottle of 1945 Romani Conti at the price of $558,000. That's 17 times its original price, and they only produce 600 bottles of this vintage wine.
So do you drink it? So if you buy something like that, are you still drinking that? Do you drink it or do you put it in like a cellar? Because now I just figured out the other day they make like rooms for wine, like wine cellars. Now I was in Gatlinburg one year and they like had like this whole wine testing, and there was like this like separate room that had like, it was like for testing, or like had like wine set up, and it was like in its own like little shelves and shit like that. So do you drink that wine? How, I don't get, like, is that, if it was made back then, is it still safe to drink now? Because I know people age wine and stuff like that, but is it still safe to drink if you wanted to drink it? Who knows? Look at this burger though. This shit looks burnt. I don't know what's going on in this one. Is that a bug one? Is that a jellyfish on the left? Alright, let's go. Burger. I don't know. How much are you guys paying for a hamburger? Most I'm paying is like $20. And that's generous.
Our next entry is burger. Who knew a burger could be that expensive? If anything, the burgers at Wendy's can be a bit over $8, and that's a bit too expensive.
$8?
And
That's
I
normal
guess
price.
some fancy restaurants have some fancy burgers at high prices, but I never imagined one of them could cost $5,000.
Stop.
However, in this crazy world that we call home, that is exactly what you have to pay if you want to try the Fleur Burger 5000 at Las Vegas's Fleur restaurant inside the Mandalay Bay Casino. It's made out of Wagyu beef and it's topped with seared foie
What
gras
is that?
and truffle shavings. Just talking about it is making me hungry, but unfortunately,
$5,000.
I don't have the money to buy one right now. Our next entry is...
Did it say 5,000 or 500,000? Bro, if you're charging 500,000 for a burger and people are actually buying it, congratulations. You just finessed the whole system. And if they're buying that, you got too much money to be even eating out at a restaurant. Make your own restaurant and make your own food there.
Extravagant umbrella.
Umbrella.
There are many materials that are
I don't remember the last time I used an umbrella.
waterproof, ideal to make an umbrella. But it never crossed my mind that crocodile skin could also be an option.
Crocodiles use
The most
umbrellas?
expensive one. It's said that the most expensive
Whoa,
umbrella
that's
in the
sweet.
world is this crocodile skin umbrella that costs $50,000.
$50,000 for an umbrella.
I'm sure rain wouldn't be a problem. I just wonder how much it costs to buy clothes that look good with it. Our next entry is the sharpest knife. The sharpest knife in the world is also the most expensive one. This is because it has a carbon steel blade and a sterling silver handle that has 8 diamonds on it. It even comes in a nice box and it costs $39,600. It is made by Nesmik, one of the most prestigious brands when it comes to knives. Cutting food will be easier, but buying food might be a bit harder after getting one of these. Our next entry is the LV Skateboard.
Ooh, skateboards.
One thing I know about skateboarders is that they like to have a simple life. I'm sure most of them love to save money, and expensive products aren't their thing unless it's really worth it. However, there is this Louise Vuitton
No. You have too much money. You have...
skateboard that would make you think it's trying to get sold to a very skilled skateboarder. But when you look at it, you realize...
Why? No!
On the shelf and show off to your guests, but it's not the kind of board you'd ever want to ride. This is because it is $8,250.
$8,000 and he's just gonna grind the rail like that with no remorse at all. Bro, I'm literally hanging it up on my wall. Look, you can see mine right here, and that's like a $100 skateboard. Bro, $8,000 for a skateboard that you're gonna go out there and just total? Dude, if you know anything about skateboarders, they don't care about their life in the first place. They don't care about risking their life or risking money. Bro, $8,000. That, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Why would you spend $8,000 on something you're gonna go out and trash in the first day you get it?
Our next entry is the Crystal Piano.
A piano?
I guess I
wow.
don't need to justify why this piano is so expensive.
Oh wow.
Just by having a quick look at it, we can tell that the thing is very expensive. It actually cost $3.22
Chihuahua?
million and it was sold to a private bidder. The reason why this
Wow.
instrument is so expensive
That's beautiful.
though, was also because it was used at the 2000 Olympic Games in Beijing, China. If you've watched the videos of the opening and closing ceremonies at this event, you know these events were big and amazing. So it makes sense that the piano they used was sold at a high price. Our next entry is...
I want a piano. I just want to have a piano just to flex and say I have a piano. Like, they'll never touch it or anything. It'll just be collecting dust. But I feel like that'd be like an ultimate flex. That'd be like, yeah, I have a piano in my house. Be like, damn, you got a piano? Yeah. Do you play? Nah. It's just for show. I got it at the actual Chinese Olympics. Do we have Chinese channels in the United States? Or do you have to get like a VPN or something like that to watch that? This next one's called a bird's feather. Bro, I will walk outside right now and find a bird feather and say it's worth $5,000.
It's a bird's feather. I guess it's okay if the feathers fall naturally, but no one should ever pluck a bird's feathers unnecessarily. Anyway, whoever is obsessed with feathers will probably want to get their hands on the feather of a huya bird. But in order to get it, you'd have to pay $10,000. The reason why this feather is so valuable is because the bird is now extinct. Back in the day, people used these feathers to adorn the chiefs of the Maori, a group of indigenous Polynesian people in New Zealand. Our next entry is...
a parking spot.
Don't you just hate paying for parking? Especially when it's by the hour. It's so inconvenient.
Why have I've never paid for parking in my life? Why do people pay for parking? I've been to a place where you get a ticket and then you gotta pay on your way out. And that was the most confusing shit ever. But I've never and if they say over $100 for a parking spot, I'm gonna flip out and I might just turn the video off.
Easily lose track of time just to come back to your car and realize that you have to pay a lot for your parking spot. But when you're in New York City, you might just want to take whatever you can find. In this city, parking can be expensive, but also hard to get. That's why it shouldn't surprise you that someone bought a permanent parking spot for $1 million. Mind you, that's about 6 times the price of an average home. But in Manhattan, this price is a good deal. The owner will never have to fight for a spot ever again.
Okay. I have mixed feelings about that. I understand it's New York. It's parking's terrible over there, but okay, if you have $1 million for a parking spot, it's not that crazy of a purchase, because if you have money to blow like that, it's kind of a smart investment. But if you don't, bro, you gotta rethink your life choices and get out of New York, because you are getting taxed. A photograph. Oh my God.
Our next entry is a photograph.
I don't even.
A photograph is a great way to look at past events and celebrate whatever is depicted on it. But when your photos become so famous, you might want to check out how much can people pay for them. I mean, who knows? You might become a millionaire.
Of a
the
photo?
Called Rain 2 by a German artist named Andreas Gursky was taken in 1999, but a print of this photo was auctioned in 2011 and sold for the price of $4.3 million.
For what?
It is the most expensive photograph ever sold.
Of that?
So I hope you remember this story the next time you take a picture.
Of that?
Famous someday. Unless it's one of those Snapchat pictures, of course. Our next entry...
Of a lake, bro? I will literally drive to the nearest national park and take a picture of a lake. You're telling me I can sell that for $4.1 million? Why am I working a 9 to 5, bro? I could literally be taking pictures of a lake and selling it online. And I'm German too, so that even gives me the benefit of the doubt. I'm German, so I mean, like, 4.1.
Is a website domain.
A website domain.
If you ever consider having a website, you probably want to have a very cool name for it. Just keep in mind that some names might be hard to get because they are owned by someone who's hoping to make some money by selling the rights to the name.
Okay.
This is the case of Inshore.com, which according to the Guinness Book of Records is the most expensive domain name ever sold at the price of $16 million. It is now owned by a marketing firm in California, and I'm sure a lot of insurance companies and other people in the industry would love to buy the name. Now it's time for today's best pick. The picture I chose for today shows us that we can spend a lot of money on the most random and unexpected things. Kind of like this golden toilet.
Is that real money?
$20 bill toilet paper. Going to the bathroom with such...
Is that real money?
Things would definitely be a fancy experience, but the toilet is also only a sculpture. It is made out of 18-karat solid gold, and it's estimated to be worth $1 million, though. On the other hand, the $20 bill toilet paper isn't real money. But you can buy toilet paper with the $100 bill printed on it for only $7 and make people believe that it's the real thing.
Really?
Now let's have a look at 2 real expensive things with our next end.
You're telling me I could just go to that place and take toilet paper and buy money with it? And again, I get that toilet looks nice and stuff like that, but like, it looks cold at the same time. It looks like it looks like you're sitting on it looks like you're sitting on glass at that point, and it does not look comfortable at all. Oh, man, that's cool though, I guess. I mean, running water in a gold toilet? Who would have thought? With matching money, who would have thought? Most expensive car.
The most expensive car. It is the 1963 Ferrari GTO, and some people say that the car was sold to the founder of WeatherTech, whose name is David McNeil.
Is that Lightning McQueen?
He bought it from a German collector, and it's only one of 36 cars ever made with this design.
36?
Previously, someone bought another GTO in 2013 for the price of $52 million, which at the time was the most expensive car sale ever.
Yeah.
Overall, it doesn't seem like any other car on the market is likely to become this expensive.
Adblock.
This is due to the rareness, power, and performance of the Ferrari GTO. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Our final entry for the day is the most expensive place to live. We often talk about millionaires
Miami.
and homes, but the home that I'm about to show you goes beyond the prices that
Miami,
people
Florida.
usually pay. The name of this building is Antilia, and it's valued at over $1 billion.
$1 million.
The owner is an Indian billionaire, and his building has enough parking space for over 160 cars, as well as 3 helipads and 34 stories to fill with all sorts of rooms.
Damn!
The building is strong enough to withstand earthquakes, and the place is so big that it requires around 600 staff members to keep everything under control.
Damn, Miami?
So much space inside his home. I wonder if he ever has a need to go out at all. It would be pretty cool to own one of these things, am I right? Even if it was just to show off to your friends.
Damn!
These things would
That's
you like
crazy.
to buy? At least if you have the money. Let us know down in the comment section down below.
Damn. Comment what you would want in this video. Comment what was stupid, what was unnecessary.